let me begin by thanking Tony not only for setting me up, literally here, with the presentation, but also for setting this beautiful stage for on a day full of fast-paced information, a moment of reflection and done. It was really wonderful. Thanks a lot. And I think even though my tone might resemble the fast-paced much more, I still think there is a connection in spirit here. So really grateful to be speaking after you. My name is Andrea, and I'm here to speak about a not-for-profit organization called Sovereign Nature Initiative, or short SNI, that I co-founded more than 3 years ago. And the name Sovereign Nature describes our mission and our goal. What we as a team have been chasing is how we can develop mechanisms that flip the economics of ecology, or to put it differently, how we can work toward an alter economy that enables coexistence in more than human worlds. But before I go into more detail on how we are working and what we are doing, let me just show you an animated image that results from our work and our collaborations. So what does this 3D dolphin image have to do with the high and lofty ambition of an alter economy for ecology? Well, what you see here is what we call an eco-derivative, and a digital item connected to eco-data generated by land stewards, such as conservation organizations or regenerative ecology projects. Eco-derivatives are one piece of the puzzle expressing what happens when you collect unlikely partners and unlikely communities. In the next couple of minutes, I hope to convince you that we are onto something at SNI, that we have developed modes and mechanisms working toward an alter economy, or as we might call it in today's context, toward funding the commons. At the core of the proposition of an alter economy are two concepts: identification and value. Tinkering with them drives all of our work, as you will see throughout this presentation. Yet I want to start by providing an insight into how we work at SNI, since one of the core lessons we are learning is that the how of what we do matters. Indeed, it matters more than the what of what we do. Our modular approach is based on a reflective cycle, always starting and ending with land steward communities, while combining research, storytelling, artistic expression, and technology. With this approach, we are developing DEEP, a decentralized ecological economics protocol. We believe that this protocol is the conceptual and technological underpinning for our mission. Some of the parts are already developed and live, other parts are still in the making. Together, they are becoming our DEEP stack. Here is a high-level overview. DEEP enables 2 wealth-generating components and 1 wealth governance component. DEEP Link is the pipeline connecting eco-data with digital creatives. DEEP Staking is a mode of crypto-native income generation and enables earning rewards for staking funds. DEEP Treasury is designed as a DAO governed with and through a consortium of participating land stewards. The proceeds generated through the DEEP Link and DEEP Staking are funding the Treasury. But as I mentioned before, our work always starts and ends with land stewards, and so does the story of DEEP. The first organization listed here is Kenya Wildlife Trust, short KWT. They are one of our most important partners working on human-wildlife coexistence in the Masai Mara. Based on KWT's input on their challenges, and the challenges they are facing in their predator protection program with lions, we ran a hackathon in the fall of 2022 on 2 themes. 1, lion identification. 2, human-wildlife coexistence. 10 teams participated, 8 of which were local teams from Kenya developing technology for conservation efforts. And yet, what emerged from that hackathon is the idea to connect the research data generated by KWT with the creative sphere in the digital realm to produce what we call eco-derivatives. This was the beginning of DEEP Link. Over the last year, we have built deep relationships, yes, pun intended, with dozens of organizations restoring biodiverse ecosystems across the globe. They have entrusted us with their scientific findings, and we've designed a model that enables this eco-data to roam the digital worlds and create earnings. In a nutshell, Deep Link is a conduit for creating eco-derivatives connecting eco-data to digital creatives. In doing so, Deep is generating value and meaning in the digital realm while ensuring sustainable income for land stewards. Here's how it works. Land stewards provide research data about land and animals to Deep. We process this data and make it available to digital creatives who take the data and in turn, and then turn it into digital assets for their communities. We do a joint launch campaign with the organizations that we're supporting, and the proceeds from the sales are split between the land stewards and SNI. Ta-da, the eco-derivative was born. One of the features we are working with is the rarity index, a custom metric that allows us to identify which samples of eco-data are more unique. We can assign a rarity to the identified animal data by pairing animal data attributes of more or less common features. First, you can browse the animal data catalog. Each of the species is linked to a specific data sample and indicates the land stewards that produce the data. Then you select the needed rarity. The rarity has 4 categories: common, uncommon, rare, and mythical. And as you can see, every time the rarity is changed, we see a different amount of data become available. While the data is filtered by species and rarity, you'll see the individual available data samples. In the catalog, you can click on any animal data sample and see attributes and properties assigned to it. The attributes can be updated from real-life events and are then reflected into the rarity index so that it can evolve over time with the linked animal. I'm now going to show you the 4 proofs of concept we co-developed thus far. Tracing the Wild emerged in collaboration with aforementioned first partner, Kenya Wildlife Trust, and is a data story sculpture that visualizes lion tracking data from 3 lions in the Masai Mara. The artwork was showcased at Nairobi Design Week, and it consisted of a digital part that you see here and a physical part, which was quite an impressive giant wood triptych with lion data etchings. It was a great connector of worlds as it allowed the rangers of the Masai Mara describe their work to a big audience while at the same time engaging with art and technology. The second POC was also developed in collaboration with Kenya Wildlife Trust, and here our digital partner is a Web3 community called Munsama. Munsama developed lion avatars dynamically connected to the data sets of the real lions. These avatars have in-game functionality and are now roaming the Wild Sama digital realm. Our third POC was developed in collaboration with Parity Technologies and IME as a ticketing NFT for the upcoming Polkadot Sub-Zero gathering. The Sub-Zero NFTs are connected to scientific eco-data produced by the Portuguese marine conservation organization IME, resulting from their work on protecting winged whales and bottlenose dolphins. And finally, our last POC, to go live in October, is in collaboration with Hotel Hideaway, a social online 3D role-playing game, or as some like to call it, a metaverse. In the fall, they will be launching collectibles that are connected to the eco-data produced by the conservation organization Forgotten Parks, in charge of Upemba National Park in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And by purchasing the collectibles, players directly support the incredible and difficult work of Forgotten Parks. So, eco-derivatives are interesting as they at once improve any given product through the standing pipeline of eco-data, while at the same time enabling a company to work toward a greener value chain. The overall funds generated for land stewards thus far amount to over 100K, and the Hotel Hideaway collaboration is yet to launch. Now let's turn to deep staking. The proposition here is basically that SNI runs validator nodes, and the commission generated by running the nodes funds the treasury and funds SNI. We are currently running a full staking node on Polkadot called sovereignnature.com and a nomination pool. And since a direct node nomination in Polkadot requires a minimum of 250 dots in order to generate rewards, staking directly onto the node is for a very particular audience only. But you can never know, so if you happen to be a dot whale, don't hesitate, root your funds. And also no fear, whaling is still legal in crypto. More importantly, since we are trying to do decentralized community building, we also established a nomination pool that allows staking and receiving rewards with as little as 1 dot. So all the info on this is on the website and also through the link. Now finally, the deep treasury. The treasury is not yet live, but it is meant to enable 2 very important things. On the one hand, community-driven value governance. As mentioned before, SNI's proposition of an alter economy was always built on the idea of supporting and empowering land steward communities through decentralized value generation and bottom-up decision-making. The consortium of land stewards that will govern the treasury through a DAO makes this proposition possible. Second, we always wanted to bring big money to ecology. This spring, we held a workshop that I'm happy to say some of you here co-created. And the question that we walked away with was, how can the revenue generated through deep link and deep staking generate more money? So a treasury that is participating in the crypto economy will play a key role in developing the alter economy, because as Logan Roy knows, money wins. Let me conclude by drawing the pieces together. Deep is conceived as a value metabolism that allows us to continuously cycle qualitative and quantitative, or if you wish, financial and narrative value through multiplying and decentralizing. A somewhat high note to land on, I know, but it's the most honest way of showing you that we have a lot of straightforward propositions, that we are genuinely dedicated to this project, but that we also still have so many questions that I'm sharing, and that I am sharing this year to find allies and collaborators who feel intrigued and attracted by what we are doing at SNI. So very concretely, 4 calls to action, hopefully 1 for each temperament and spirit in the room. If you would like to help us develop a new proof of concept in partnership with you or someone you know, please let me know. If you want to stake your dots with us, just go right ahead to the website. We also have some QR code stickers flying around here. If you can help us set up a staking node in Ethereum or another blockchain ecosystem and would be interested in partnering with us, please contact me. And finally, if you want to talk to me about what you saw here, regardless of whether you liked it or not, please come and find me tonight or send me an email. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much.